So at the end of the day, whatever happens is always a reflection of your own personal energy.
You have a relationship in a negotiation. You have money generally in a negotiation. You have feelings. You have pride. If you're misaligned in your energy, it's going to bring sadness.
So the homework will be, I'm just curious. So the homework will be, first of all, trying to know what the other person wants and emotional intelligence before you appear on the table.
Yes. Put in your reps. Be mindful.
Okay.
Breathe. Breathing's really important. You wouldn't believe how much you can tell about somebody just by their chest or their stomach when they're breathing. I just saw you get more comfortable. You took a big breath.
Yeah.
So then now, what does that say? That says that I'm in control because now I'm mindful. Now I'm like doing Jedi mind tricks on you, right? Not really. Not really, because I want you to be comfortable. I want you to loosen up. I want you to chill. I want you to have a conversation with me. Because at the end of the conversation, I want to do something again with you. Yeah? So this is where negotiation is. It's the abilities to bring that other person or people to the table in a way that they feel that they can be their authentic self. This is integrative negotiations, not distributive. Distributive is very different. That's here today, gone tomorrow.
Okay.
It's very Dubai. So as I'm someone who's going to stay in Dubai, I'm like, I don't work that way. But I can see a distributive person coming. I'm like, how do I make this distributive person feel more integrative, feel more part of a bigger process? That's how I would start that negotiation. Because their insecurities are my biggest strengths.
What makes the big difference between the two? Because at the end of the day is negotiation.
Oh, no, it's not. Oh, no. No, because there's so many different things that goes into a negotiation, but when you think about it, there's a relationship.
Okay.
Right? You have a relationship in a negotiation. You have money generally in a negotiation. You have feelings. You have pride. You have the
insecurities.
The engagement of like the dance between two people, that tension. It's just like sex. Any negotiation is just like sex. At the end, boom, it's done. Right? Hopefully you both are satisfied. That is a good negotiation.
Yeah.
So you've got to realize that there's a lot that goes into building relationship rapport to have a good negotiation with people. Because if you're misaligned in your energy, you're just going to bring sadness. And if you bring sadness, that's your backpack that you're filling up. So there's so many like little details that go into a negotiation. So when someone comes and wants to negotiate with me, I'm like, let's go. I'm here for you.
So at the end of the day, whatever happens is always a reflection of your own personal energy.
Yes, because your lens is how you perceive it. So if I go like this, I'm blind. And I have this weird lens that there's two of you. And slowly over time, it becomes semi-clear. But I don't feel comfortable. And I'm carrying weight. I'm having to do more work with my eyes. But if I go like this, I'm comfortable. So I'm not putting all of these preconceived ideas into my mind about what you are because I've got the right lens on. I showed up that day.
That is really what it is. And I'm just curious a little bit. I mean, throughout your 15 years of negotiation and international risks, consulting, tell us about a situation that you were feeling really scared, or maybe you were very afraid to go on this negotiation table, and you finally went there and managed to control the situation, and maybe it was a win at the end of the day.
So I was drunk.
Oh.
I had a card game in Dahuk, which is in northern Iraq.
Okay.
It was at the time that ISIS was pushing north, coming up from Mosul. So at that point, I was there working to enhance the well-being of 20,000 people's security in a camp of Yazidis. I was at the card game and I pulled out a ring, and it was like it was the engagement and wedding ring that my mum gave me.
Okay.
To give to my girlfriend at the time. And I showed this old lady the ring while we were at the card game. And she was like, why don't you just ask her? And I was like, I thought about it. And I was like, I don't have any reason not to. This is how this negotiation started. And from there, I flew to Oslo.
Okay.
So Oslo is Oslo's up north. So from hot desert to freezing cold. And I was doing training there. Hostile environment awareness training. I was one of the facilitators at the time. And after the 5 days, I had some time off. So I flew to Germany.
Okay.
To then fly to where my wife or my soon-to-be fiance was. But I had a negotiation when I stopped in Germany. This big American FBI guy comes up to me and he's like, are you Klein? I'm like, yeah, who are you? I don't care. He's like, I'm from the consulate, blah, 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 and you're traveling on flight number, blah, 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 going to wherever I was going to meet my partner. And I'm like, man, you've done your homework. What do you want with me? He's like, where did you come from? I'm like, you know where I came from. I came from Oslo. If you know who I am, you know my travel itinerary. It's not like, it's not like rocket science. And if you're from the consulate, then I should be concerned because 5 days before that, I traveled from Iraq. I traveled from Erbil. So you already know where I was. So help me understand what you need to feel more comfortable. He's like, what are you going to do there? I'm like, I pulled out a ring and I'm like, I'm going to go propose to my partner. He's like, is that all you're doing? I'm like, my partner has been there, works at X company, doing consulting. Open, shut. It's February 13th. I'm in Deutschland. I'm traveling to go over to that place in America to propose on the 14th of February. Does that not make sense? Cannot a boy love a girl and try to be romantic? And at that point, he just looked at me and he was like, and walked off. That's a pretty scary negotiation to walk into. I was unprepared. I didn't know what was going on. It's not my first rodeo with the consulate. And my love was on the line. That's scary. Walking into a room full of scary people, that's not scary. So you've got to really start to pull in what is scary to you. So when you said that, I was like, there's no scary stories. Scary stories are about family, love. My child fell off a table last week. The fact that I managed to grab her leg and then to pull her back up, that is scary. But to walk into a room where there's a guy sitting with an AK-47 and he's got 4 bullets on the table,
it's not scary.
And he's putting he's putting bullets into his cartridge, that's not scary. Those are not for me.
Why is it not scary? I'm just
because
curious.
they're not for me.
Oh, okay. What if they were for you?
Then I have a serious problem. Well, why am I there? Why would I put myself in a position of serious danger unless I was prepared? Unless I had a reason to be in that room. I wouldn't go in that room. It's like any negotiation. Why are you showing up at the table?
And what I like about this is that it's a situation that you didn't see coming, but still you managed to get out of it with a win. And I'm just curious a little bit, like from that situation, what is something you really learn that you can say, because you didn't see this coming, you didn't prepare, but you managed to get out of it. I'm sure you must have learned something from, just from this particular situation. Like, what would you say it was? What is that one lesson that you just picked up from this thing and say, oh, this works? Or, this is interesting or something like that?
I believed in what I was doing. I had a goal and I went for that goal. And I knew how I was going to get to the goal. And something was in my way. So I went over it. I went around it, I went under it, or I went through it. But I found my way. I didn't stop at no, because no is no now. No changes, because those are boundaries. That's where someone else feels uncomfortable. Hence why you try to get people comfortable to communicate and negotiate. So if someone says no to me, I'm like, that's perfect. I'm glad that we established where you sit. It's very helpful, and it's very healthy. Because now we can work on why no now. Yeah, we can go from there.
That is interesting. And let's talk a little bit about business, because I believe the greatest negotiation, aside, conflict and everything, business also is a big thing where negotiation is needed almost every day. And I remember last time we were talking and you mentioned that you did a training for real estate. How to negotiate the right way.
How to negotiate another way.
So, what is the mindset that someone should use when negotiating? The right mindset, I would say.
The mindset that I would use is one that I'm going to see tomorrow. It's not about just today. It's about tomorrow as well. Because if I'm negotiating just for today, you're not going to like me. You're going to find me manipulative opposed to persuasive. Because there's a big difference between being manipulative and being persuasive. Manipulation is doing something to somebody that they will eventually realize that you did something not nice to them. And as you said, there's many people out there that hold grudges, that are angry when someone else gets the better of them. Don't do that. That is called manipulation. When I manipulate you into a situation that you don't want to be in, that you only realize after you were in that, you're going to be upset. You're going to feel that that was unfair. You're going to feel that your certainty is taken away from you, that your own personal status has been removed by that dirty bastard who just literally took you to the cleaners. That doesn't make sense to me, because if I am transparent and if I have the abilities to be authentic while supporting someone through a tough decision, this is where I become an advisor. This is where I support that person to make the right decision based on their needs, not just mine, but I can find where my needs and their needs meet. And if you can do that and find synergy, because you've taken the time to look at the pie and broken that up and found where the two sweet spots meet, you can have apple pie together, opposed to one person having something sour and one person having something sweet.
So it's all about it's all about a win-win negotiation.
No, that's bullshit.
Oh.
Yeah, the win-win is a bullshit. So it's, when you look at negotiations, you got to break it down.
Okay.
So you break down negotiations. First thing, task versus relationship. You got those two. And then Inside that, you've got 4 different areas. You've got like a competitive area. You've got like a collaborative area. You've got like an avoiding area. And you've got like a submissive area. So those are the 4 ways that humans work. But then inside that, you've got another area.
Mm-hmm.
This is where you split all the bits and pieces. It's not split the difference. Don't get me started with that fella. It's not split the difference. It is finding out how to move those pieces to make them all fit together. So there's so much that goes into any type of negotiation. If you get my gist.
I want to get more curious.
I like it.
So how do you make these fit together? Because you mentioned competitive and collaboration. How does all of these parts fit together?
I ask questions.
Oh, okay. So asking more questions, you get to understand the other person's point of view, and you understand what they really want, and then you try to build a relationship.
I also use strategic pauses, paraphrasing. Minimal encourages. You just did one for me. So many different ways just to sit and listen. Let me do some simple math for you.
All right.
Real simple. 1, 2, 1. Okay. It's pretty clear. If you can, you got 2 nostrils because you can smell shit coming, right?
Yeah.
On both sides. You got 2 ears because you can see, you can hear a
From
lot of
both
things
sides.
that are going on. You only got 1 mouth.
One more.
Shut up.
And listen.
Listen. Let them tell the story. Let them have the spotlight. Because you know what's going on your side. Don't assume what's going on that other person's mind. You can't read. You don't know. And even more the fact, it gets more complicated when it's different nationalities. So now we're looking at another 6 layers of complexity that start to sit in there about their societal upbringing, their religious upbringing, their masculine and femininity, how they see those two, how they see the shortness and longness. So there's so many different areas that go into having any type of negotiation. So be careful. Don't assume. Come with an empty cup and let the other person fill it up.
That is really interesting. So the goal at the end of the day is to build a relationship between, in the future.
Why do you think there's so many cups of tea that are drank here? It's all about relationship. It's not about the money. It's about the relationship. The money comes with the relationship. The relationship doesn't come without the money. Sorry, the other way around.
Money doesn't come without the relationship.
Man, I was doing so good up to then. But realistically, look, if you have a relationship, you can make money. If you have no relationship, you have yourself. Money is an exchange. It's another negotiation. It's another form of a perception of something that is wealthy. Health is wealthy. Money is wealthy. Having things is not really that wealthy because they can be taken away from you. Relationships, if you feed that relationship, it's not going to be taken away from you. It can be paused. The other person might not like you, but that's not a relationship then, is it? Because that's only one person. So you're building up equity in that other person, that emotional capital to have a conversation, to say, hey, you can trust me. I'm part of your group. We can do business.
That is interesting. I'm just going to give you a scenario. Let's say I'm working for a company and I really want my boss to increase my salary. Okay? And I have a certain amount that I want him to increase it up to. but I'm not sure he's going to increase it up to that amount. So now I'm a little bit scared that maybe I'm asking for too much, something like that. But still, I want to ask him, and I really want him to understand why I need this amount of money. So how do I negotiate? Like, how do I walk up to him and say, okay, this is what I want, and have a win? Like, just if you can just help me through this.
How much do you want?
Let's say I want 25% raise.
Why do you want 25%? What is it behind the 25%? Break it down for me.
Okay, the reason why I want 25% is because
you don't seem very prepared. You should come back tomorrow again. So this is where it comes to being ready at the table. So I've already said that you need to come with a negotiation for a reason. Just for the reason of money, you're going to lose. If you ask for money, no. They can say no. It's binary, ones and zeros. It's yes, no. That's it. 25%. Break that 25% down into interests. I need 10% of that raise is going to go to getting a better place. 7% of that is going to go to having more time with my friends out. And then I have 3% left. That's going to go to more savings so I can build for a better future. There, now you have drive. Now you need to go to your boss. So you go to your boss. But before you actually step in that room, you better have done your homework with him too, or her. Is it a good day? First. Because they're a decision maker. They can say yes or no. They can feel like, yeah, no. Because a lot of negotiations are emotional. So take the emotionality out of it. Make sure you have a day where they are feeling at least tolerable. Next. Show reasons, show proof, deniable, like undeniable proof. Over the last 6 months, I have done 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the numbers behind those 4 things. These are the reasons why these 4 things are outside of my current job description. Now, I perform these wholeheartedly because I believe in the mission of the company, blah, 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 blah. And I would love to have that recognized. And considering that a pat on the back won't get me, and then you can list the things. A better house, more time with my friends, more savings, a better future. That's not what pats on the backs do. I need what? Equity. I need more money. Being comfortable talking about money, you need to build a structure, an emotional structure, a psychological safety between you and your boss. If you don't have that, he's going to pants you real quick, or she. She's going to go, no. And in fact, actually, you don't work hard enough. I want more from you. That's a bad negotiation for you. Because you've already felt like more, like you wanted more. And now they've said, no, actually, you don't deserve more. And additionally to that, you now have to work harder. You need to be prepared for that in the negotiation too. Life's not fair. At that point, that's where you bring in data. You bring in information. You lead them to a decision. You're up managing, right? You're managing your manager. Negotiate effectively and you can have anything you want.
Wow, that's wonderful. I mean, this is it's an interesting conversation happening here. And I just want us to wrap this up because, I mean, we could hopefully do something another day. And I'm just curious, what are some of the lessons that you've learned in negotiation that you think it's necessary in our day-to-day lives, that you think everyone needed?
Everybody needs to be recognized. So daddy services is important to me. So daddy services came from so many different areas.
Okay.
But what it does is it keeps me present. It keeps me with a goal to show up for my daughter every day. So if I was to say something related to negotiations, it's like, why are you negotiating? Do you have the emotional bandwidth to negotiate? If you're feeling emotional, you're going to lose. You're going to lose to yourself. Then that little nasty man inside your head is going to start talking bad to you. Then you're going to feel like you failed. Don't rush. You got plenty of time. The more you rush, the more likely you're going to make a mistake. I was rushing a lot when I was younger. Made plenty of mistakes. Got myself into a lot of trouble.
Oh.
Nothing I couldn't negotiate my way out of. But there's also, protect your character, not your reputation. I think that this is where I wanted to write it down, because I think it was pretty profound when you asked me that question. I was like thinking about it. Because most people are not going to be here in 20 years. But you, reputation, or your character, reputation will change, character won't. The difference between the two, one is tangible, one is intangible. One is the character is the feeling I give you. The reputation is the trust in what you're going to do. So people make decisions based on feelings. So in many negotiations, you want to provide a feeling to the other person. So manage your character. Take care of that. Reputations come and go. Character stays.
That is interesting. What is one way to do that? Or what is one way that you could think of, maybe when you were younger? Because you said you made a lot of, you said you rushed too much when you were younger.
I made a lot of mistakes when I was younger.
Yeah, you made a lot of mistakes when you were
of course.
younger.
But that's what growing is about. It's leaning into being uncomfortable. Like I went on a trip with $1,000. I had to make that last 6 months. $1,000 doesn't last long. So being comfortable with ambiguity and just putting yourself out there. If it feels uncomfortable, that's good. That means you're growing. That means you are forced to think outside the little box that you live in. The man inside your head is working harder. As she or he works harder inside your head, that means that you find new solutions. That means you become more creative. More synapses start to develop inside here, competing against the myelination of the brain and your slow deterioration. So lean into that uncomfortability. Know who you are. And if you don't know who you are, anybody under like 40, I guarantee doesn't really know who they are. Because you have to sit and you have to think and you have to break it down. Because you're not just one person, right? Today you're one person, tomorrow you're another person. But how do you get that consistency? Where do you find your consistency? How do you become comfortable with yourself? So many places people are not comfortable being in. How do you get comfortable in being in places? You go to them. And that's also in here. You go to those places that you're not comfortable in your mind and you start to relax there. You start to have that thought process. Okay, I can be here. I am comfortable here. And then you start to believe it. Because remember, it's these lenses.
Yeah.
As long as you have clarity, you can feel comfortable. So this is where I wish I had information when I was 20 about how to be comfortable with myself, how to be in touch with myself, how to have a level of emotional intelligence about myself. Because it starts here and it comes out, not the other way.
So what would be the best way to get really clear about something?
Come have a consultation with me.
Oh.
Yep. I think that would be one way. Yep. Because I do coaching as well. I'm just going to flip the script on you here, dude. So I have coaching and I have the abilities to do transformation. So this is basically breaking you down into your little tiny bits. So you can see you, because you are a tapestry of different shapes and colors. And then how you put those shapes and colors together again. And then how you start to believe in yourself. It's not simple. It took me 20 years to work it out. What I can do in 10 weeks for someone else. It's an interesting way. It's a good value proposition right here. You spend 10 weeks. At the end of that, you become confident and comfortable. And you know who you are. And you don't feel paralyzed by people around you that want to take from you. Because you know who to give to. And you make choices based on you. Not on someone else. You're not driven by other people. Which means that then you're not feeling like someone has taken something from you. Then you're not feeling emotional about it. Because you made choices at that time that are best available for you, that were non-emotional, that were clinical, thoughtful, but they were about you. Let's empower some people, yeah?
That's truly powerful. Making decisions based on you.
That's how you find homeostasis. That's how you sit comfortably with happiness. That's how you sit comfortably with sadness. That's how you move through life being joyful, but not expecting it, because too many people expect something from other people. This is called entitlement. And when you feel entitled, you feel angry. When you start to feel angry, you get fearful and sad because something's missing or something is not there. Then you don't have things. Then you start to spiral. And as you spiral out of control, how is that fair? How is that safe? Then you start making bad decisions. More and more and more. Because they're compounding. So this is why I'm like, hey, dude, it's okay. Breathe. At 20, you got a lot of life to live. Take the time, make decisions based on what your needs are. Be thoughtful of other people because they can help you. Don't discount what other people can do for you. When someone says no to you, no means no right now. It doesn't mean no forever. No is a boundary. It's a comfortable place to sit. How do you change that boundary? So yeah, come have a chat sometime.
Man, that is interesting. Let's end here for today so we don't overwhelm the audience. And hopefully we can do another one sometime in the future. So one last thing, in case someone is interested in maybe having a conversation with you, where could they find you?
So you can find me on Instagram. There's a website, or you can email me. Easy. And I'm contactable, I'm relatable, and I'm always happy to have a quick chit chat to work out what your needs are. Because at the end of the day, if you want to negotiate, let's play.
So on Instagram, it will be
Daddy Services, but I'm sure you'll have that somewhere. You'll put that up. Yeah, it's DADEE Services. Daddy Services. Yeah, it's a funny name, but there's a reason behind it. But what it boils down to is that this is a cycle that I have with many types of people that I've noticed. First, we need to discover things. Then we need to align. Then we need to deliberate. Then we start to evolve and we empower. Daddy. It's very cool. And also it was born from, being a dad. So the whole point is that I'm there to give people a hand up, not a hand out. You want a hand out? Go see somebody else. If you want to do the work, come have a chat. If you want to have a nicer life, You have to put work in. You know, get a six-pack. You got to put work in. But put the six-pack in your mind as well. You know, make this as sporty as this, and then you're set. You have one, but without the other. That's like having McDonald's with fancy cutlery. Still makes it McDonald's, right?
I'm curious to know more, but we'll do something
Another time, hey?
Yeah, it was happy to have a chat with you.
I enjoyed it. It was very fruitful.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for coming. Hopefully everyone will find it interesting. And if you like contents like this, hopefully you should subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for coming, man.
Yeah, awesome, brother. Take care. Here. Bossa.